What's up, guys? Back here with another video, and I'm going to be breaking down UFC 268, Kamaru Usman versus Covington, Namajunas versus weili Zhang, and Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Stat card. Also got Sean Strickland versus Luke No Chin Rockhold, and Frankie Edgar coming back versus Marlon Chito Vera. Again, that just those fights alone, it's going to be a great night of fights. November 2nd in Madison Square Garden. Hopefully nothing happens, and it can happen there in New York City. That'll be great. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, throw those thumbs up, and let's go right to the breakdown, guys. So the first fight I'm going to be talking about is Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Oh man, I am so stoked for this fight. I cannot wait. Michael Chandler coming off a loss for the title against Charles Oliveira. You know, he had his moments, but ultimately ended up losing. Justin Gaethje, I believe his last time out was, I don't think it was Khabib. I don't think it was Khabib. I don't remember too much off the top of my head. But just those two fighting is going to be a great matchup. Wrestler, even though Justin Gaethje is a wrestler in his own right, but everybody knows he likes to throw those hands, and Justin Gaethje's definitely been, definitely his game definitely evolved from when he first came to the UFC to now. Michael Chandler, you know, big props in Bellator, former two-time Bellator champ. He looked good. He looks good, man, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a good match. Whoever implements the game plan, I know Michael Chandler's gonna be mixing in his wrestling against Justin Gaethje, and we're gonna see if Justin Gaethje has the ability to scramble. So I think if Gaethje is gonna scramble to get on his feet and continue striking, Michael Chandler has also decent striking, so it's really hard. But I think Justin Gaethje will squeeze it out at the end, just because I think Justin Gaethje has the better skill sets. Michael Chandler has a really good overhand right. You know, almost every wrestler has that. But I guess if Chandler can get it to the ground and hold them, like Khabib did to Justin Gaethje, I don't think, there's not a lot of people who can wrestle like Khabib. I think for Justin, just keep the fight standing, because I don't think Michael Chandler's hands is as good as Justin Gaethje's is. So in this fight, I think I have Justin Gaethje winning, by decision. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, he could knock out Michael Chandler. I think with Justin Gaethje has beautiful leg kicks as well. I think he's gonna implement that when he fights Michael Chandler. I don't see why not. And Justin Gaethje be throwing those leg kicks from even very close up, in your face type shit. So I think definitely leg kicks are gonna play big in this fight against those two. And yeah, I think Justin Gaethje will squeeze out the victory. Now we got the rematch between Namajunas versus weili Zhang. Usually when a champion loses, people want to see it again. But it's kind of like the way Stipe lost DC the first time. weili Zhang, she wasn't a long-term champion. She didn't win the belt like a long time ago or whatnot. But she had a stellar performance against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Everybody remembers that. I believe that won fight of the year. That was an amazing accomplishment. weili Zhang, in her fight with Namajunas in the first time, definitely was more just a fact of her, she thought it was going to be a low kick, but Rose came up with a beautiful high kick. And I would say Namajunas has definitely changed from when I seen her coming off The Ultimate Fighter. Definitely changed, 100% changed to the fighter that she is today, and which is to be expected. Coming off The Ultimate Fighter, she was green. She lost to Carla Esparza. I believe it was by rear naked choke. And since then, up and down, but till right now, man, she is just a fan favorite, a fan of mine. I'm a fan of hers, and just like her technical aspects of the game, and it's just like Justin Gaethje, like Trevor Whitman, what he does with his fighters is amazing. I love it. I think Trevor Whitman is probably one of the best top MMA coaches in the world. When it comes to how it is with Rose Namajunas, Justin Gaethje, and now Kamaru Usman as well. So I think Rose will win. If not by knockout, it's gonna be by decision. I think Weili Zhang is gonna be a little more mindful of the fakes that Rose throws. I like how Zhang Wang came out in the first fight with a lot of leg kicks, whatnot. She just got caught with a beautiful round kick that she thought was coming to the legs, but it came up on top. So not too much. But if Weili Zhang can fight the way she did against Joanna, maybe just slightly a little different, I think that she has a possibility to win in this fight. Anything can happen. It's the fight game, so anything can happen. So, but I still think Rose will win by decision, if not knock her out right again and retain her title. I don't think it's hard, because I think Rose is just dominant right now, and I don't really see anybody really stopping her too much. So yeah, guys, I think Rose Namajunas will come out with the victory, either knockout or by decision. You never know; it's up in the air. But Weili Zhang has power as well. If she can land her power, and don't let Rose dictate, the ring, and don't bite in too much to her fakes. I think Weili Zhang can definitely um, what's the word I'm looking for? That can definitely help her out in the long run when she fight Rose again. But I think Rose will win by knockout again. Main event rematch between one of the two guys that do not like each other. This is like the Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz rivalry, and some of the older ones, Chuck Liddell versus Tito. Those type of rivalries. Like these guys do not like each other, and I don't even think Colby Covington even fought since he lost to Kamaru Usman. I mean, he just getting it just because of them just not liking each other. Because I feel like I don't think he has fought since losing to Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman has been very active, and since going, like I said earlier, to Trevor Whitman, he's just more of a beast. A lot of people are like iffy about Kamaru Usman, but I think as a fighter, um, he has evolved. His game has evolved, especially his hands. Like, look what he did to Jorge Masvidal. He knocked him out. I believe it was in the second round. Like, dude's hands is improving, big time. When he fought Jorge the first time, it went to a decision. He out wrestled him and whatnot. And he fought Gilbert Burns, his former teammate, and just destroyed him. He got rocked in that fight, but he just destroyed him. Kamaru Usman is going nowhere but up right now, and I don't see nobody stopping Kamaru Usman as long as he stays as dominant as he looks, throughout his fights. Colby Covington, everybody dislikes him. I feel like he just talks too much, and then I feel like he hurts himself more than anything. I'm pretty sure he's an okay guy. Outside of just fighting. Because people will put the biggest act on camera, and that might be Kobe Covington. That might not be. I don't know. I don't know him personally. Kobe Covington is a great fighter. No, I'm lying actually. I think he fought Robbie Lawler. I think he came back and fought Robbie, and yes, he did. He came back and fought Robbie Lawler. I'm lying. I have to think. He came back and dominated Robbie Lawler by wrestling, striking a little bit, mixing in with his wrestling and whatnot. So yeah, I think in this fight, in the second fight between him versus Kamaru, I think he might implement the wrestling a little bit more, or at least attempt to wrestle, like because clearly being on the feet, he had his moments against Kamaru, but I think Kamaru had the bigger shots in their first fight. It was a possibility that Kamaru Usman broke his jaw in that fight as well. Um, Obviously Kamaru Usman came out on top in the first fight. Stopped him in the fifth round. He was complaining and just bitching about it. I don't see why he was even complaining. Like, dude, you already possibly broken jaw. You already got dropped. I think once before, and then you get dropped again, and then you're on your face taking punches. you're saying that you're trying to go for a takedown. You know, it is what it is, man. Just take the L, man. I think Kamaru Usman's gonna beat him this time around a lot better. You know, more one-sided than it was back and forth the way their first fight went. Um, Kamaru Usman also a wrestler, so I don't really see, you know, it being too much of a like a one-sided wrestling match for Colby Covington. I think I would love to see them wrestle. I was expecting that in their first fight. They didn't even attempt to go, and I don't think they're gonna probably go for a takedown. If anybody's gonna shoot first, I think it'll be Colby Covington. You know, just to change it up because obviously the striking didn't work for him in the latest of that round that he had with Kamaru Usman. And yeah, I think Kamaru Usman by decision. If not by decision, from the way he's looking lately, either by knockout. You know, so I hope Kamaru Usman knocks him out. I'm praying for that. And yeah, guys, this is my breakdown of UFC 268. If you like this video, please hit a thumbs up. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.